and welcome back to the Nasty Metal production channel here at YouTube, and of course I am here with a album review. New one, which is of course is Attacker's newest album, that is Sins of the World, which, if you don't know already, it was supposed to have been released back in November 18th, but due to delays and all sorts of stuff, it ended up getting either pushed to at least December 12th, but of course it's on Amazon. It's up for pre-order for until December 23rd. Definitely a pretty long wait, but the album has been at least leaked, so I was able to at least give the album a listen, so I can cut a review for it. So, with that said, this of course is the second album for vocalist Bobby Lucas, who of course replaced Bob Mitchell, who of course was the original singer for Attacker, singing on Battle Hymns Deep, which is their debut. And then of course coming back in the 2000s to record Soul Taker, and then his last album with Attacker, which was The Unknown. So with that, and of course I did review Battle Hymns Deep, which I reviewed as a part of US Power Metal Month, and you can definitely check that review out, and I'll definitely link you to that one. And of course, even other Attacker singer I do need to honorably mention, that is of course the late John Leon, singing on the only Attacker album, and that was The Second Coming. Fucking great album. Of course, John Leon had passed away in 1994. So with that, they definitely have went through at least a few singers here and there, but Bobby Lucas is at least the third singer that they've had so far, at least, to be on original recorded material. So therefore, this is the second album for Bobby Lucas, and this is also the second album to be on Metal Records. So with that, also this is even the first album for bass player Brian Smith, who replaced John Hanneman, not to be confused, who's not really related to Jeff Hanneman. No, not related to the late Jeff Hanneman, of course. But he replaced Brian Smith had replaced John Hanneman for this album, and John Hanneman was on the Giants of Con album. That was the last time he was on, which was released back in 2013. That was the first for singer Bobby Lucas. So with that, what can you expect from the new album, Sins of the World by Attacker? Well, album kicks off with the intro, which is titled A Time Before the Darkness, which is very kind of atmospheric a bit before going into the crushing sins of man. And right from there on, the album is just a crusher of an album, with songs such as Carcosa, which really gave me that Remnants of War era Hellstar, even A Distant Thunder. Even some of this album really reminds me a bit of Hellstar. Even Bobby Lucas at times, he does kind of remind me of James Rivera. Just everything from Re-Rise to World Destroyer, Choice of Weapon, and even the song Archangel, which is definitely a melodic song, and this is where Bobby Lucas starts to remind me a little bit of Jeff Tate of Queensryche. Just another good track. But then of course there's another intro on here, which is titled By the Will of Crom, which clocks in at 1:46. It's a very acoustic intro, and it definitely displays Bobby Lucas's very emotional side. He really does very well with the track, and it does serve as the song that just goes straight into the last track, which is Where the Serpents Lies. And what a great song to end the album with. Killer fucking track. Overall, this was a damn good album, and this is where I had to rate the album. I gave it a 9.3 out of 10. Fucking great album, and we've seen some good US power metal albums from bands that were definitely from the classic US power metal bands, such as Hellstar, Vicious Rumors, Metal Church, and of course earlier with Omen, who released an alright album. But this album definitely sits in within probably, this is probably the third and probably one of the best of the sort of, classic US power metal bands releasing fucking good albums. This is probably the best of the bunch. Probably not too far behind Metal Church and Hellstar. damn solid album. I definitely do recommend picking this album up. If you have, I know there are some that have at least heard the album due to it being leaked to the internet, and you can definitely post your comments down below of what you thought of the album. But if you have not even checked it out, like again, I recommend highly this album. This is definitely in some ways a very mandatory listen for those looking for a great freaking metal album of this year. Just a good album. I really cannot highly recommend this album enough. Fucking good album. So, therefore, this is Heaviest Fashion Sam out. And I'll see you later.